Hey guys, how's it going? It's Brendan here from Hyped on Crypto. I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto News. Now today, we're going to be talking about MasterCard getting a patent for a cryptocurrency fiat hybrid on their network. So we're going to be talking about how this could relate to cryptocurrencies moving forward into the future, and then we're going to be talking about Charlie Lee's recent post telling people to buy another cryptocurrency instead of buying Litecoin. So we're going to be breaking this down, explaining both sides of the argument here because there's definitely more than one side to what he said. But we're going to be breaking this down and diving into all of it today. So if you guys are interested, go and stick around for the video, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into today's video. So about an hour ago, MasterCard announced that their patent for a cryptocurrency fiat hybrid was approved, and now that they have the official patent, it asks the question, what are they going to do with this? How are they going to relate cryptocurrencies to fiat? You know, MasterCard being a fairly large organization, especially with money and debit and credit cards, there's a lot that they can do with this. You know, and the first thing that goes to our mind is them creating their own form of cryptocurrency credit and debit cards, because we're seeing that rise up in the news a lot. You know, we've been talking about it on the live streams, we've been talking about it in videos, because there are a lot of people trying to create cryptocurrency debit cards now. It's like kind of like the new big thing for people within the crypto sphere. And so it would not surprise me if they come out and said that they are going to make this fiat cryptocurrency network start working with crypto debit and credit cards, because, you know, again, that's what MasterCard essentially specializes in, right? And so with them creating this and actually getting the patent and approval, this allows them to do a lot of things. So they talk about in here about how they want to keep the benefits from cryptocurrencies, but also kind of the security and information side of keeping the fiat and merge them together. And so what they don't want to do is they don't want to make a complete, you know, one-sided 180 transition going straight into blockchain and cryptos. But this is them coming out saying, you know, we acknowledge that there's a lot of beneficial stuff here. We want to get into it. We want to start using it. And so what we're doing here is we're creating this hybrid, and this is going to be our way of entering into the world of cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Now, something to note here is that they haven't announced any specific cryptocurrency that they want to use on their, I don't want to say like website or card, but that is mainly just for legal reasons, because we know of all the manipulations that has happened in the past with, you know, things like Coinbase and some of these other companies trying to get into cryptocurrencies. You know, with them releasing certain information about possibly using a coin, they've gotten in trouble for market manipulation, because, you know, especially with a company the size of MasterCard, with them announcing, saying that they're going to use a form of cryptocurrency, the price of that cryptocurrency would go up. You know, we've seen that with Coinbase adding Bitcoin Cash. We just saw that with Coinbase announcing that they want to add, you know, 5-6 new cryptocurrencies, you know, like Stellar, Cardano, Zcash, a couple of these other ones. You know, right after it was announced, the price skyrocketed in these cryptos. And so what they're trying to do here is stay away from this problem entirely. You know, they don't want a lawsuit coming their way, especially not with their, you know, first steps, stepping into the water of cryptocurrency. And this is really just their way of avoiding that. So it's not bad. It's not saying that they're indecisive and they don't know what they want to get into. They're saying, you know, they are getting into this now. You know, they have their patent. It's already got approved. You know, patents aren't cheap. And so this is something that they are definitely going to be diving into in the future. It's just them kind of saving their own tail here by not releasing anything so that they cannot get charged with market manipulation like other companies have been recently. Now, something to note here, this is on a very, very Dash-friendly website. You know, the whole thing's named Dash News. There's literally the word Dash written all over here, if you can't tell already. What is Dash? You know, I mean, it's absolutely written all over the page. So something to take note of here is that this article does talk about, it kind of pushes Dash, saying, you know, Dash could definitely be one that they add. You know, that's not confirmed. Again, this is a very Dash-friendly website. So with them saying that Dash could be added, and Dash is at the top of the list, it's not the case. MasterCard has not released anything saying of what cryptocurrencies that they want to add or what cryptocurrencies that they want to avoid. They do talk about how, or based off what they said in this article, I'll have it linked in the description below, it does sound like they are going to stay away from privacy coins just because of what they've written in here, and you can read for it about it yourself, but they don't sound like they're too friendly of privacy coins. But if we're jumping into our next subject here, talking about Charlie Lee and what's happening with him, we know that he made a pretty bold claim here, and there's really two sides to this, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's pretty split down the middle because people understand where he's coming from, but in the same sense, he talks about people how people should buy another cryptocurrency instead of his own. If you guys don't know who Charlie Lee is, he is the the lead creator for Litecoin, and so with him announcing this, especially as the head creator over there, is a little bit different, right? You don't really see Justin Sun doing this. You don't see Brad Garlinghouse or Ricardo or Vitalik coming out and saying, hey, you should buy this other cryptocurrency before you even buy mine, right? No lead developer has done that. And so what you have here is you have Charlie saying there will be at most 21 Bitcoins in existence. There isn't enough BTC to go around for every millionaire to even own one. So before you buy another coin, Litecoin included, try and at least own one BTC first. So he further goes on and talks about, once you have a Bitcoin, you can buy all the altcoins you want. He calls them something different. He talks about them being crap coins, which is weird that he actually characterized Litecoin as one of these crap coins. And so it struck a lot of mixed feelings within the community, because we know all the drama that's happened with Charlie Lee, up for the last 7 months, between him stepping back from Litecoin as much, selling off his Litecoin, getting caught lying about all of that, and actually owning Litecoin. There's been a lot of drama around him, so there's been a lot of mixed feelings about what this means. And so I understand where he's coming from here, and this is the first side. The first side is talking about how it does make sense, because he says he words this very carefully, in that when he says there will be at most 21 Bitcoin, he says that for a reason, because around almost 4 million of that Bitcoin has been lost, stolen, deleted, burned, and so around 4 million of that is gone. It's out of the market, at least for the time being. And so what you have now is you have around 17 million Bitcoin that's going to end up being the likely circulating supply moving into the future. And so with 17 million Bitcoin, he talks about how if every millionaire were to buy one, there still wouldn't be enough for every millionaire in the world right now. So he's saying essentially, get it now while it's cheap, get it now while it's like $7.5 grand, rather than get it when it's potentially like $50,000, because he is someone that firmly believes that Bitcoin will always be the lead coin. He firmly believes that Bitcoin will always be the #1 mainstream coin, and that it will only raise in value because what you have is you have the burn process along with supply and demand getting kicked in. So as they get taken up, as they're getting used more, supply and demand will kick in and saying, since the number of Bitcoin is shrinking ever so slightly every time it's transacted, there will be continually less Bitcoin in the world, and then supply and demand will kick in because it's more mainstream, and then it will eventually be too late for you to buy one because it's going to be so expensive. And whether or not that's going to be true or not, of course we're going to find out in the future. But again, that's a mixed feeling, because he's alluding to the idea of one day Bitcoin could be worth $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, even $1 million, and he's touched along those lines of things. And so that's not something that we're going to dive in too much, because that's a lot of just his opinion and speculation, more than anything else. And so we're going to stay away from that, but that's something that he was alluding to here. And then the other side of the argument is, as the lead developer of a coin, you shouldn't say that your own coin is a quote-unquote shitcoin, and then tell people to buy something else before buying yours. Again, you don't see Brad Garlinghouse, you don't see Vitalik, you don't see Ricardo, you don't see Justin Sun doing anything like that and saying and making anything or sort of claims along those lines about their own cryptocurrencies. Of course, they think that theirs is the good stuff, and that you should really be invested in theirs, and that's what they promote. And so it's kind of unique to see a lead developer make a claim like this, especially what he said over here, even laughing about it, right? He obviously didn't take this too seriously, because he was talking about calling his own coin a shitcoin, putting laughing emojis, and then attaching a meme about it. So take what you will from this. Very unique post coming out, but cool stuff seeing about how MasterCard is getting into cryptocurrencies, and how Charlie Lee is having his unique view on Bitcoin. Again, a lot of really bullish news has come out lately. It's kind of cool to see what the news and the media have to say about cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, and Bitcoin when it goes up, $1,100 in a matter of days, rather than what they had to say when it's stagnant or down. So it's just kind of funny that the news and the media work against crypto cryptocurrencies. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, maybe even what side you're taking in this argument. But if you guys did enjoy the video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button because it helps out the channel a lot. But that's going to go ahead and bring this video to an end. I hope you guys did enjoy this, but until next time, stay hyped.